Okay, you were on the ball, your projects were getting done, you could not wait to get to your art room or pick up your pencils or your paint. Everything was flowing in the right direction and you were buzzing. And then Christmas came, then New Year came, and everything seemed to slow down. And now you can't quite remember the last time you picked up your paintbrush or wrote a few words or even looked at a book on art or creativity. You just cannot remember. So, what happened? Life happens, and I absolutely get it. I've recently been commissioned to do a photography project, which is due to finish in March. However, I want to get it done by the end of next week because it means as soon as that's done and out the way, I can carry on doing the things I did before and stay in flow because that would be wonderful. But what I realized was actually, although that was my plan, things just started to slip. It's just what happens. So, if that's where you are right now, what can you do to get yourself back in flow, to get back in the swing, get back in the saddle, or whatever description you want to use, to get yourself writing or drawing or creating again? One of the first things you can do is remember the reason why you were doing those projects in the first place. What excited you about them? What was it that you looked at and thought, do you know what, I absolutely have to do that thing? Because once you go back to your why and remember, it can help to inspire you again and revive that enthusiasm. Because if you don't have a why you're doing something, if you can't remember what that's about, it can be really difficult to get going when you're at a standstill. It is hard. So it's finding your reason why and getting back to that. And even better if you had a project in mind, something you want to do, a drawing or a book or a painting, something that you have in mind and you think, I really wanted to do that. Bring that back to the forefront of your mind and remind yourself what it was about that excited you, that fired you up, and you just thought, yeah, that's what I want to do. That would be a really good place to start. Another thing you can do is find some inspiration. Who was the person, what work inspired you? When you look for that inspiration, when you see it again, it can always bring back to you the memories of the things that you wanted to do. I have projects in mind that I always have to keep there, and what helps with that is seeing the work of others that is either similar or maybe different, but I still find it inspiring. So look for inspiration, find the work of people who just fire you up and really helps get your imagination going, because that can definitely help to make a difference, to fire up your imagination and your enthusiasm for the work you wanted to create. Find a project, set yourself something, a target that you're going to aim for. Because if you've got nowhere that you're going, if there isn't anything that you're actually aiming for and it's just a day-to-day thing, nothing's really going on, it can be difficult to keep going because you've got nothing you're aiming at. You're just perhaps shooting in all sorts of directions, you're creating bits of this, bits of that, but it doesn't add to a cohesive whole. It isn't a part of something that matters to you. So set a project that you want to do, something that you're going to find enjoyable. I have a project in mind, which is one of the reasons why I started learning to paint. It's what keeps me going. It's what I always keep in my mind when I find that there's something I'm doing and I think, God, this is really hard. I'm really struggling to get this. But it's okay because I always keep that in mind. I know where I'm going. I know what I want to produce and create. And so it always keeps me fired up. So set yourself a project, anything that you find inspiring, encouraging, something that stretches you, that may even be out of reach for you, which is great because it's something to aim for. Above all, you have to take action. There is no point in sitting thinking about the things you used to do. Oh, I enjoyed sewing, I enjoyed painting, I enjoyed drawing, I enjoyed something. There's no point in just thinking about it and going, oh yeah, it used to be really great, I used to really enjoy that. If that's the case, do something. Whether it's watching somebody who's done what you want to do, go back to your old sketchbooks, old paintings, things you've done before, and have a look. Revive that enthusiasm by revisiting the work you've done previously. It can be so difficult to find that passion and enthusiasm again when there's kind of nothing else going on. You're thinking about it, but if you're not moving, if you're not doing something, nothing can and will change. You're just thinking about it more. I suppose you could say, well, at least it's at the forefront of your mind. Great. But you don't want it to stop there. You want it to become something. You want to produce something. You want something to happen. And the only way you can fire up your excitement for what you did before, for your creativity, is by doing something. Sometimes you can't have the enthusiasm first and then do it. Sometimes you have to just take the action, and the enthusiasm, the passion begins to grow from there. Don't sit and wait. Get up and take some action. Revisit what you've done before. You have to find time to make space for the thing that you want to do and create, because it's not going to happen without you. I'm Denver Shy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do watch the next one, and I will see you in the next video.